everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a full face of my favorite products. So I picked out just the #1 product from every category, and I thought it would be fun to just apply them on my face while I talk about them. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, but with all that, let's just get started. Okay, so I brought you in just a little bit, but I've been seeing, videos floating around of people talking about like their top 3 in every category or just their favorite products. And I wanted to do that, but I didn't necessarily have 3 in every category. So that's why I decided to just do one, and I thought I would just do my makeup at the same time. I would love it before we get started if you could just comment down below on what you think my favorite products are, because a lot of these I feel like I talk about a lot. None of these are the newest, shiniest things. Pretty sure for the most part, most of these are still available and not discontinued, but I would love your guesses on what you think my favorite things are. But let's just get started. I am not going to start off on a good note because for primer, I was looking at my primer drawer and I think my favorite primer is my Benefit Professional. However, I finished that up and I don't want to open my backup until I get through some other primers. However, this one is a close second. This is the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas. You can see I've used quite a bit of this. Now, this isn't like my #1 favorite. It's definitely my second favorite because it's not a pore blurring primer. This is kind of an all-in-one primer, and that's okay for like every day, but I do sometimes, for the most part, prefer more of like a spot treated primer. However, this one never fails me. If I just need to do my makeup in a hurry, I know that this one will not let me down. So I think it's a really good one. I haven't tried the liquid version of this. I told myself I have to finish this one before buying that one, but I am interested. If you've tried both, let me know which one you prefer, because part of me, I don't know, do I want to take a chance and buy the liquid one when I know that this one works just as well? So that's my primer. I don't necessarily have a favorite color corrector. However, I do usually always apply one for my extremely dark circles. So the one that I'm using now is in Project Pan. This is the Benefit Moing Brightening Concealer, and I have the shade 2 Medium, and I usually apply this before my foundation. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. I don't know if they still make this concealer, this under eye corrector, but it's a decent one. I don't have anything bad to say, but I wouldn't say this is like a holy grail. However, my holy grail foundation that I just love, this is the one where when I was looking through my foundation, I have like at least 70 foundations probably. I have a lot. It's my favorite category. This one was the one where instantly I knew, I've talked about this one a lot, but I can just count on it again. So that's why I'm having it as #1. It's the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. I have the shade Light 4. This is just a really nice foundation. I have nothing bad to say about it. It does give like light to medium coverage. Okay, I do have one bad thing to say. It comes in this dropper form, but for some reason, every foundation that I've tried in this dropper format, I always end up loving. I tried the Estee Lauder Skin Futurist foundation and I really liked that one. I have a video up, I'll link down below on it. I like the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint, all the ones in these droppers. While I don't love the applicator, I always love how they look on the skin. So I'm just gonna apply this with my beauty sponge. It just gives really nice light to medium coverage. It wears really well. It looks really natural. It's not overly glowy. It's not overly matte. This really is just like a great everyday foundation, and it's also pretty inexpensive. For a Sephora foundation, this is, I think, $29, so not terrible. Drugstore foundation prices are getting out of hand, I feel like. So this is close to a drugstore foundation. I mean, some drugstore foundations now are $20. I don't really understand that, but you can see just how quickly I was able to blend that in. And I feel like, you know, this foundation can go either way. If I want to have a lighter makeup day, not wear too many products, it looks really nice. If I want to kind of glam it up, add extra coverage to this, I'm gonna apply some to my eyelids just as primer. I can also do that and really just build up the coverage. Everything lays really nicely on top of it. I need to pull this out more because I really, really enjoy this. I'm always testing new stuff out, and then I kind of neglect my favorites, which is another reason why I thought this video would just be fun to like go back and remember why I love all these products to begin with. For concealer, I have my Flower Beauty concealer. This is the Get Real Serum Concealer in Vanilla. I adore this concealer. I'm going to try not to continue to repeat myself. Obviously, I love all of these products. But again, you know, I kind of, when going through, wanted to pick products that just work great for every day. They're not event specific. Like, I do love my Givenchy concealer. I've talked about that one a lot. However, it is lighter coverage, so I don't feel like it's an everyday. It's definitely a no makeup day kind of concealer. I also really enjoy the Huda Beauty. However, that one's very, very full coverage. This is just a medium everyday. Again, like, you can wear it on a no makeup day. You can wear it on a day maybe you want a little bit something extra. It just works well with everything. It covers really well. I don't find that my dark circles are too prominent. Granted, I did put on a color corrector. This is just overall really, really nice. It blends out really well. It's no fuss, and those are the kind of products that I like. Now for powder, I don't have like a love. I don't feel like I have a holy grail powder, so I picked the one that I would just reach for if I wanted a really nice powder that I know works. It's the number 7 Lift and Illuminate. I have the shade Light Medium. This is a nice, you know, can be an under eye powder, but also just an everywhere powder. I think that was just my hesitation when looking in my drawer. I have a lot of powders that are great for under eyes, like the Pat McGrath is really nice. The one that I like to use all over the face is my Project Pan one, the Laura Mercier Candle Glow, but I don't have too many where I can use them on both the under eyes and all over my face, and this one is one of them. So if I needed just a quick powder where I didn't want to have a ton of products, it would definitely be this one. It is a dupe, or it's supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. However, I find no difference. I finished a full Charlotte Tilbury powder and I don't even want to repurchase it because this one is so much better. And I find it actually a little bit better because it has a little bit more thickness to it, just a smidge more thickness. So I find that it sets my makeup a little bit better than the Charlotte Tilbury even. I would consider repurchasing that one after going through some other powders, but for now, like, I'm fully happy with that one, and it's like a fraction of the price compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. Now, moving on to bronzer, blush, and highlight. I had to pick this bronzer. It's a no-brainer. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have the light version, not the original bronzer version. And the reason I picked this is because it is the only bronzer where this is my second one. I've actually completely finished up a full one, and I find it so easy to use. I don't have to pay attention when I'm applying it. I can really just go everywhere, all over my face, and not have to worry that I'm gonna look too bronzy, have like the bronzer helmet, because I am definitely guilty of sometimes over applying the bronzer. And this one I just don't even have to worry about. So I love it. I really want to just kind of finish this up because this is the older packaging and my packaging's a little bit broken. It doesn't fully close anymore. So I would like to finish this up, but it is crazy to me that that will be like a second bronzer empty. And that's not even when I was trying to like fully finish up products. I was just using it organically. This is just a tried and true bronzer for me. Like you can see, I can apply this without even looking and not have to worry that it's gonna look terrible. So number one, favorite bronzer, could never not have it in my collection. I absolutely love it. And for blush, I have a lot of blush in my collection. So this one was also a little bit tough for me. Like some were just no-brainers. Some I instantly knew what I was gonna pick. Some I was a little bit more hesitant because I have tried a lot of things and I wouldn't say I have like the number one favorite. This one's up there though. This is one that I always think about wanting to pull out. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blush in Jubilee. I really like this because, again, it's easy. You'll notice a theme with me. I really want to pick up more shades of this blush, but I don't need to. And I like that this is kind of a cream powder hybrid. Like I've already applied my powder products, but I can go on top of this and not have to worry that it's going to stick or look weird. It's also just no fuss. I can use my sponge. I don't necessarily need to go in with a brush with this, which I love. I find that makes it super easy. And it's very blurring on the skin. I think that's what I really enjoy. I do have like enlarged pores on my cheeks. I would say that's something that I pay attention to. And this just like blurs everything. It looks really, really nice. I can use it. There's some cream products where I have to use a powder blush on top to really set it. This, you don't have to do that. And this color too is just perfection. I love it. It's nice and summery. Like I said, this is the shade Jubilee. I think that it looks really nice and perfect. So that's the blush that I decided to go with. The highlight was much easier because it's my Holy Grail highlight. Definitely for sure my most used highlight in my collection. It's the ColourPop Super Shock in Lunch Money. I decluttered all my other Super Shock highlights because I have this one. I don't need another one. I've hit pretty good pan on it, and I know these take a long time to finish up, but I think I could get there maybe one day. I've used this so much. I like this because, again, just like the Danessa Myricks, it has like a really nice texture where you can use it as a cream or you can use it as a powder. It doesn't disturb any of the makeup underneath. You can use your fingers, you can use a brush. Today I'm going to use a brush, but I just think it gives like the most perfect, it's not too subtle of a highlight, but it's not too blinding. It definitely has like some impact. You can see you're wearing a highlight, but it's not the Flexitarian shade, which is really, really bright. I find this to be good just for every day. And it just gives like a really nice sheen. I'm gonna do my nose because I have to, a little on my forehead. You definitely get more impact when you use your fingers versus a brush, which is why I'm using a brush here. And that's also why it takes me forever to finish this up. But you can see like I'm just layering and layering and layering, and it never looks like too much, just like the bronzer. So I love that about this product, and I think that it deserves all the hype that it's gotten. Now for eyeshadow, this was a no-brainer, just like the highlight, the bronzer. It's the YSL Quad in 100 Stora Dolls. I've talked about this quad so much. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to use it today, and I'm just going to do a really simple eye look, show you what this little quad can do. I'm going to put this in my transition, deepen it up the outer corner with this shade, use this all over the lid, and then use this lighter shade as a inner corner highlight. These are all like very satiny shades, but they blend beautifully on the eye. This formula has just made me fall in love with YSL. Dior was kind of my #1 luxury makeup brand, I would say. And now I feel like slowly but surely YSL and maybe Givenchy is taking its place. I haven't tried any Givenchy eyeshadow products, but I really like their Complexion products. this really, I really want to try the YSL bronzer, because if it's anything like this powder product, it will just be absolutely amazing. I find this is just the simplest, but like most sophisticated quad. It's nothing super special, but for some reason the tones are just perfect. And it's one of those things where it doesn't look like you're wearing anything unique, special. I mean, they're just kind of neutrally taupe shades, but it looks so sophisticated on the lid, and it's so easy to do. Like, I don't have to think about this quad. I don't have to wonder what kind of eye look I'm gonna do. Add that first shade to the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with that darker shade. I cannot speak highly enough about this palette. Like, this is a palette where the luxury fits the formula. Sometimes, a lot of the times, you pay for the name over the quality, and I would pay more for this palette. This palette is better than Tom Ford, in my opinion. I just love it so much. It is still pricey, obviously, because it's luxury, so I would wait, you know, for some kind of sale. YSL does frequently do sales on their actual website. You don't have to wait for a Sephora sale or anything like that. Just sign up for their newsletter. I think they even do like a 20% off if you've never ordered from their site before. So definitely check that out if you're interested in this. I added that shade to the lower lash line, just in the outer corner as well. Now I'm gonna go into the super sparkly glittery shade. Just put that all over my lid. No fallout or anything like that. It's just super smooth. And stunning. Like, these shadows really just blend themselves. I am not, I would say, the most advanced or creative eyeshadow person, and this is just the easiest, no fuss around quad. I'm gonna go into that light shade now and just add that in the inner corner. And a little bit on the lid here, just to like open up my eye. And that's the finished eye look. I mean, it is so simple and fast to do. Can't say enough about it. For lips, I have another YSL product because I decided that out of all the brands I own, I like most of the formulas from YSL. This one is in shade 9, and this is the Rouge Volupte Shine. I heard that they're repackaging this, but again, like, organic use, not like super impressive, but considering I have a lot of lip products, I feel like this is really good progress for that lipstick. And then for my lip liner, I think this is discontinued. This is the Dior lip liner in caramel, however you want to say it. And it's just a really nice shade that goes with everything. I can just rely on this. And I'm sad that they're discontinuing it because I'm almost done with it. I have this much left. And I even looked to see if other places had this lip pencil because I would repurchase it, and they don't. So for now, I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. It's a little bit darker, a little bit, like, it has rosy, but it's very just neutral. So that's why I just don't have to worry about what lipstick I pair with it. And then this is kind of like a sheer, glowy lip balm, no fuss. Like, I don't have to look in the mirror. Kind of like a lip gloss in bullet lipstick form. So I find it just super, super comfortable. Also, YSL has my favorite lipstick scent. It has like a very watermelon scent. It's not vanilla, cupcakes. I don't really like those kinds of scents in my lip products. I'll deal with it, like, that's the most popular, but YSL has my favorite scent so far. But that kind of completes all my products. I mean, super fast, super easy. I feel like I look put together without it being too much. I'm gonna go do my brows, this is the ABH Brow Wiz, my go-to brow product, and apply mascara. I actually don't like this mascara. It's the Milani Highly Rated, but I only open one mascara at a time, and I didn't want to open one for this video, but I'm gonna apply both of those, just finish my face, take my hair down, and I'll be back to just wrap up this video. And here is the finished makeup look. This is what I would just wear every day normally, like if I wasn't filming videos. This is what I feel best in, what I feel most comfortable in. I feel really pretty, but not overly done, and I love it. So let me know down below all your #1 favorite products that you just naturally go for. I'm not gonna recap everything because I think that it's clear how much I love these products. I would love to know if any of these are your favorite as well, because I'm very happy today, like just putting on all these makeup products that I know and love and falling back in love with them, maybe highlighting some things that aren't super new in the world. I mean, the butter bronzer has been around for years and years and years, so just happy to get reacquainted with some old things in my collection that I love and adore. So that's all that I have for you today. Hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you're doing well, but I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.